There's my chickens. Good morning, chickens. That's Rooster Cogburn. Hi, Rooster. And all his ladies. That's Dolly right behind him. This is the only one I can tell apart, so it's the only one with a name. Little Miss Dolly. Oh, good morning. Good morning. Okay, Zorro, back. Zorro, back. Back. Good boy. Here, Mamas. Oh, yes. She tries to eat his with her nose bag on. It's kind of funny. Oh, good morning. Good morning, my dear. Lovely. Here's your syringe. Girl. To clean her stall today. This morning I usually clean it morning and night. Since I got a full-time job, I have a harder time cleaning it in the morning because it's pitch dark when I leave. So I've just been cleaning in the afternoon. But she's been going in, and then in the afternoon it gets very soft out there, so she goes out there and stands in the mud, which I think is probably good for her feet, actually. And yesterday, when I was coming back with her hay net, she was rearing and bouncing around. Not gracefully yet, but she wanted to, so that's always good. Leave it. These buckets, these cheap 5-gallon buckets, are the ones that hold up. If you had ice in that blue bucket and you knocked it against that post to get the ice out, it would crack right now. The side would just crack all up the side. These buckets just bounce. Just had the most best luck with these cheap 5-gallon buckets. See, she thinks she's eating out of the pan. They make me laugh every day. Sky, you still have your nose bag on. Is it gone? Yep. All gone, licked clean. Now she can lick his clean because she has to have everybody's. Oh, he has to. This is why I had to lock Bonnie separate, because they'll eat all her hay and drink all her water, and then they walk out and go over there and eat that hay and drink the water out of there, and Bonnie doesn't have anything because she can't get all the way around the track. They're stealers. Just a minute, let me get your nose bag off. Good girl. She's thirsty. How nice your big boy teeth came in. Yeah. Oh, Bonnie, you're a thirsty girl. My goodness. My goodness. It's just your nose bag. You done? Nope. Just give her a minute. You're goofy. You're goofball. Okay. I put this in this crate for 2 reasons. When it's really cold, I pack it full of sawdust and it helps it not freeze. And because when Sky and Zorro were sharing, she's a big pawer. She'll paw and paw, and she kept knocking it over. But when it's in this box, this crate, she doesn't do that. I don't know. Either she still paws, but she can't get the bucket out, or the crate just makes it so she doesn't want to paw. I'm not sure. So now I'll clean this stall up, and then I'll get her some more hay. This side drifted over pretty badly this winter, and then when it started to thaw, they were pooping over here. But when it froze again, I was glad I didn't pick this poop up, because this was an ice skating rink, and the only reason any of us could walk it was because of the poop frozen into the ice gave a little traction. So sometimes when you can't be as clean as you want to be, it's okay. I always like to say that I'm anal about poop. In the summer, you'll rarely find poop out here. I clean it sometimes 3 times a day. I just don't like poop out here. So the winter time can be really hard for me. I don't think they care. You don't care if you walk in your poop, do you? Not a worry. These are frozen in the morning and I can't untie them. And though I could just slide them up off the post here, take this off and slide them off, I can't untie them even at the shed. So I'm gonna have to buy a couple more nets so that I have a net for each horse hanging in the shed and a net for each horse out here. And that way, if they're frozen, I can still net their hay. It's just way less waste. All this loose you see is loose hay I had to throw out this week when the nets were frozen and I couldn't untie them. And then look, they just walk it into the mud as the day goes on. It's just a waste. It's probably half a flake of waste. So I'll just give them one net since they still have a pretty decent amount in that net. And last night, see, here's where I feed some loose. It's just a big fat waste of hay. Not have any waste when I use my nets. So that's about a little bit more than a flake. These flakes are a little fatter than the last bale. So this should last them till dinner time. And then you saw how much was left in the other net from last night. So sometimes they'll end up having hay 24/7. And sometimes the nets will be like this one where there's just a little bit in it. And when I've come out and checked, it's been about, usually they'll last about 14 hours. Because I'm so weird that I have to know. So I time it. I see what time I come out. I check the net. Come out again, check the net. So I have an idea. That way I kind of know how much to feed. Bonnie gets a little bit more, both feedings, because she's under so much stress. So I don't want her to feel stressed because she doesn't have enough hay. And she eats very slow. That's also why sometimes I just have to separate her. Because Sky is like a vacuum cleaner. She looks all mad. She's like a vacuum cleaner and she just hoovers it up. And Zorro is, he's a big pawer. He paws, he throws the nets around, so he can get really animated, and I think that makes it harder for Bonnie to eat because he likes to share. He's not so big on eating his own net. It's not so bad when it's frozen. When it's all slushy and muddy, pushing this wheelbarrow is so hard because the wheel doesn't turn very well. And it's like pushing a dredge. Get out of there. That's my wheelbarrow until I give it back to them. Because the hay is my hay. Zorro. Until I give it to them. And then they can have it. Oh, I know, it makes you feel sassy. I know it. He wants to eat the loose stuff in the bottom of the wheelbarrow. So they'll snack on the new net now, and they'll probably finish that one before they even finish the other net again. And it may be that that other net will still have hay when I come out this afternoon and this evening. Sometimes they do that. And it's the same hay from the exact same bale. So funny. In the mornings when I work, I have to leave here by 7:15. So it's dark when I do my chores. But I know that they take about a half an hour. Again, I mean I have to haul Bonnie water, but I don't clean her stall. I can't see very well. Let's see if she'll walk over there so I can see her move. It's not pretty. Go eat your hay. I know. Here, I'll come in here maybe then. She is 80% better than she was last week, so that's good. On last Sunday, let's see, what day was it? Last Saturday, I was gone all day, so I don't know. She wasn't doing well when I got home. She was laying in the manure pile. Sunday, she was up, so she seemed like she was doing a little better, but I kind of watched her all day. Then I went to work Monday, and when I came home, I just couldn't sleep Sunday night. I was worrying, and so when I came home Monday, I went ahead and, this is my water trough. I went ahead and built her this pen. Added one more bag of sawdust to the shed and locked her in there. I had to kind of half carry her around the track to get her in there. So I knew that I had to do something different, of course. Look at my rake. Won't be getting that for a while. And, oh, and the rooster's in the garage. How funny is that? Oh my gosh. So she's been in there since last Monday and has started doing much better. So sometimes exercise isn't what they need. Hey, oh my gosh. Craig better not see you guys in here. He will freak out. Now I have to come this way, so no freaking out. I know your girls are, he doesn't like it when they get too far away. Oh. Now the cat's in here, so he's warning him. You guys just want fed, huh? Chicken food. This is egg layer and scratch mixed because they don't like pellets. So at least I know they're eating the scratch, and then if I leave them long enough, they'll finally eat the pellets. Chick, 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 chick. Chick, 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 chick. And I just throw it here because it's dry almost all the time here. And you can see by their shed where I usually feed them, it's snowy and the pellets melt. So that's a big waste. And then I will give them some mealworms. Apparently they can't figure this out. Sometimes RJ will stick his foot in there. Okay.